Hello everyone, Radiant Flux here, and what you see right now is what the Banu Defender would look like during combat. The real problem with this view is not the amount of view that is blocked, but rather which part of the view is blocked. Based on the tool I created in my view video, which I will link below in the description, I just simply modified the ship's design a little bit, and this is the result. Here, what you see right now is the current original, the current concept from CIG. And, well, the other one on the right side, that is my example of how you could do it. You see the main differences are really that I pushed the arms a little bit apart, made them bend downwards, and increased the height of the pilot chairs. And those three changes actually fix everything. But I think it's best if you just have a look at it yourself. Let me show you a clip 3 times. For the first time you'll just see it, plain old Avenger. Then you will see what it looks like with the current concept cockpit view of the Defender. And after that you will see what it looks like with my suggestion. Do you see what I mean? And the thing is that my suggestion is also only just a quick hotfix, so I'm very, very sure that it could be done even way better than that. Hello everyone, Radiant Flux here, and we have a new ship, the Banu Defender. The Banu are one of 3 alien races we know about in Star Citizen so far. The three are the Vanduul, of course, the Xi'an, Banu, and the Teverin. Hang on, that's 4. Yeah, 4 alien races. The Banu have no problem incorporating alien technology that is not their own, like for example from the Xi'an and the Teverin. From the Xi'an, they took, for example, the thrusters, and as Misk has done that already with the Freelancer or the Reliant as well, my guess is that the Xi'an thrusters for some reason are really good. Maybe they're more maneuverable overall, or maybe more energy efficient, something around those lines, I guess. The shields are from the Teverin, and if you've looked at the Esperia Prowler, which is based of course on a Teverin ship, well, if you've read the article about that, you know that the Teverin are pretty famous for their really strong shields, so, well, probably maneuverability and shields will be the big strength of the Defender. What I would like to do now is to compare the Defender directly with the Saber. Why? Well, because I've noticed that there are lots of similarities between those two ships. First of all, is 26 meters long, while the Banu Defender with 28 meters is only 2 meters longer. In addition to that, the Saber weighs 18,000 kilograms, at least according to the stats page, and so does exactly the same the Banu Defender, also 18,000 kilograms. As you can see, I created 2 versions of the Banu Defender well, 2 versions in terms of size, because on the one you can see highlighted now, there are antennae at the front and the back, which take away a little bit too much of the length space, which of course scales down the entire ship a bit. So I just took those away because somehow otherwise the ship just feels that tad too small, because it's already quite a bit smaller than I had anticipated it. And talking about the size and the profile, I mean, if you get a good shot at a Saber from the top, you have a very good profile you can hit easily. Now with the Defender, I can imagine that if I'm shooting at it, that quite often my shots will go exactly in the middle between those two arms, so I would personally think that probably hitting a Saber is easier than hitting a Defender. Anyway, I already told you about the identical weight of the Saber and the Defender of 18,000 kilograms. But now how does that relate to, well, the maneuverability, for example? Let's look at the Saber's maneuvering thrusters from the Saber detail page. By the way, don't forget the detail pages and stats pages of Star Citizen are notoriously wrong, so let's just take this information with a little bit of caution, but let's stick to it now anyway. So, according to the detail page, the Saber has 8 TR2 thrusters for maneuvering. The Defender has 12 TR1 thrusters. Let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, 12 TR1 thrusters, and which are, don't forget, Xi'an technology. So probably a little bit better. Looking at those thrusters and the weight of the ship, my guess would be, well, that the Defender is actually as maneuverable as the Saber. Now let's have a look at the firepower the Defender brings along. And once again, this is a rather complicated topic. It's complicated because CIG once again didn't manage to deliver the most basic stats in an understandable way. For example, quite a few people now think that the Defender comes with 6 size 3 guns, of which 4 are permanently gimbaled. And I would say I can almost guarantee you that it will not have 6 size 3 guns. I mean, in the brochure they talk about 4 guns, and if you look at it in the holo view or just generally look at the model itself, all you can see are 4 guns. So I'm pretty sure 4 guns is our magic number. But, well, what kind of firepower can we realistically expect from the Defender? Well, my personal guess, and, well, I'll tell you my reasoning in just a second, is that it will have the same firepower as the Saber, meaning 4 size 3 guns, and they are only size 3 if they're fixed. If they're gimbaled, we have 4 size 2 guns. And yeah, I know, it says on the stats page, gimbal size 3, but they don't write it the way we read it. If you want more confirmation for how wrong the stats page reads, look at the Saber. In the game it has 4 size 3 fixed mounts, but if you look at the stats page of the Saber, it tells you it has 2 size 3 gimbals, which is simply not true. What they actually try to tell us in the stats page is what the stock loadout is, which simply means that the Saber comes with 2 fixed size 3 guns and 2 gimbal size 2 guns placed on size 3 mounts. It's just written down in a really bad way in the stats page. So, as I said, I believe that the strongest guns you can put onto the Defender are 4 size 3 fixed guns. Nothing more. Well, not to forget missiles. It has 2 missile hardpoints, so in the holographic view or the model, you can actually see that it has 4 missiles. Which size they have, I'm not really sure, but it seems to have 2 missile hardpoints. Now, let's go away from the firepower and move towards other features of the ship. Like, for example, cargo space. It does seem to have a little amount of cargo space dedicated, but I can't tell you how much because it's just one small reference in the brochure. On the same page, you can also see that it has beds. So my guess would be that it can go quite long ranges because why else would you need a bed? Which would make a lot of sense because it's, well, designed to be an escort fighter for the Banu merchantman, and as a trading ship, I expect it to cover large distances from planet to planet, and the escort fighters would just have to keep up, so yeah, beds do make sense, and long range would be logical. Another interesting thing, of course, is that it is multi-crew for 2 people. So both seats actually look like pilot seats, so you can just probably throw around the tasks. If the one wants to fly, the other can do the guns, or the other way around, whatever you prefer. But if you fly solo, no worries, you don't have to have the second person with you. It's designed to be fully operational just like a single-seater ship if you choose not to bring a friend along. Now, based on what I've told you about the Defender so far, I would fully understand if you're now eagerly going into the shop and going to buy it right away because it's like a fantastic ship. Well, there's a big, terrible flaw I haven't talked about yet, and I'm going to come to that now. Well, now I'm going to show you what exactly the main problem is and why this problem, well, basically kills the entire ship. I would have bought it, it's wonderful, from all other aspects, except that the view is just simply stupid. The design is just simply totally ignored.
I don't know if you can hear me when I speak right now. Oh, nice. Good. Hello. Hello, hello. So you'll have to get some French accent with me. Right, so I wanted to check the scaling of the different chips. What I've done right now compared to last night is that I added a couple animations Yeah, yeah, I would love to add more ships. Actually, the only limit on ships is legal. I don't want to have any legal issue with CIG. I don't want to get any into any trouble, you know. But otherwise, I could add any ship. You know, I've extracted a lot of stuff. So what I've done today is I've played around a bit with this new ship. I added a small skeleton in it, and I created a small animation. You see? Or just to add some fun. Well, actually, it's not that crazy. I just spent yesterday afternoon on it. Just I had some time to spare. It's election days in France, and I wanted to, you know, change my mind a bit. So I played around with the brand new Star Citizenships. Really, all this was done yesterday, except the ships, because I started working on the ships like almost a year ago. Usually when there's a new ships coming out, I like to grab it from the Robot Space Industry website and play around with it. So this one you get the Reclaimer. Reclaimer, I spent a bit of time on it. The inside is really it's quite cheap. You know, it's there's nothing in it. There's some ships available right now that you can find some assets inside, like the jump one. The jump one, if you dive in it, actually you can see a couple. Yeah, you see, it's been in it for a really long time. There's a couple stuff in it. There's some secrets, right? And truthfully, you can't see this stuff from the other viewer. You get to take the assets, get to take the asset apart and check it in another software, because no way, no way you can dive into this the jump work asset and see, oh my god, there's this tiny little ship available inside. You know, you had to take the asset from the website and split it and work on it. Like this one, the Reclaimer. I did a couple texture on it. There's no point in wasting so much time on these ships, because uh, it's really cheap through the asset. It's usually pretty low polygon count, and it's better to see it from a distance. If you look really closely, the assets aren't. For example, for the cockpit glass on those ships, I had to increase the number of polygons available. Otherwise, it was really awful looking. I had to repair this part too, because it was completely broken in the original asset. And yeah, I made the animation of takeoff. So now you take off, you put the arms into position, you know. Made it fly around a bit too. It's pretty cool. The only issue right now is that I wanted to put the proper scale for the ships, but no way can I put the Karak back in place in the forest. It's just way too big. So I realized actually the old Karak I had in the available executable is like almost a quarter of the size of the actual thing. So no way can I tell you. I can put it anywhere right now. So maybe somewhere. It's just way too big. What I should do actually is remove a couple trees and make a little spot. Otherwise it's really too big. Same thing with the Reclaimer actually. It was really small compared to the actual thing. the Karak, the Polaris, and the Reclaimer, they were all almost a quarter of the size of the actual thing. And actually, I was about to to publish a version with the Bengal, but no way, I would have been into so much trouble. Legal issues, CIG, I don't want any of that. Okay, so. But originally, when I first created the executable I was about to share, I put the Bengal just underwater. It was coming out like randomly 1 minute after you started the session. You get the Bengal taking off water, taking off from underwater, and it was just rising above the sun. It was pretty fun, but I removed it, of course. So now I have a couple ships I would like to add too. I had the Prowler, but I realized it was really awful looking. So I guess this one it looked a bit decent if you look from just fast. So I wanted to add the Prowler. The thing is that it's really looking awful there. So I don't know if it's the texture of the or the UV mapping. Oh, wait a minute. So it might be actually the texture that were not properly exported. If it's only the texture, I might be able to do something. Have a good night, Walter White. Okay, so I got to change this color. Yeah, this one. Actually, okay, I might be able to add the Prowler quite easily. I was afraid that the UV mapping, the process which allows to put texture on the ships were completely awful. But actually, I might be able to add it more easily than I thought I would. Yeah, okay, actually, why not? Could be fun. There's a couple ship I can add like that. Yeah, I see, this is awful. Yeah, okay, why not? I think I went a bit crazy with the poly count when I was modifying this one. Originally it's like 30,000 K polygons, and I might have yeah, you see I've worked on it a bit. It's like a couple millions right now. So I might need to tweak it a bit. Otherwise, yeah, okay. I thought the UV mapping was completely awful, so actually I might be able to add it quite easily right now. Let's see. Let's hide this one first of all. Okay, so let's add the product. So I don't know which one is this one. it's pretty old. Everything, all of this I did really a couple months ago. Maybe when the product came out, like in November, maybe. Let's see. So I need to find the file for this one. Okay, I got it. I think the model is it's really awful. It's like 3 million polygons. It's really ridiculous. No way you get this kind of stuff in game. Anyway, for the sake of it, just put it right there. Okay. Combined mesh. Yeah. So it's looking awful. Okay. Get a weird bug. What's going on? Everything is bugged. So which ship am I gonna add right now? Okay. So, which chip am I gonna add right now? I could add prospector. Actually, if I don't bother about applying any material, I could add a couple chips pretty easily. I won't use the Prolo as it is right now anyway, so it's kind of a waste of time. Mm. Jump work. Okay. It's been quite some time I haven't played with the Stats asset, so it's getting pretty old. Idris? I've seen Idris somewhere. Why not? Let's see what it is. think I completely crashed my engine with the Pro now. Was a bad idea. So for the grey cat, I did it. I added it later on just to get a reference for the scale. I also added a couple of ships, but I removed them later on. This is the old design of the Idris. The Idris now is much bigger than this, and this it's like actually pretty old. It's like 2 years old. It's it's been massively worked on since then. I guess the stairs right there are completely removed right now. I wish, because I really hate this design. Yeah, the Prola were really awful. It's like 3 million polygons. It's ridiculous to put something like that in a game engine. Should not have tried. So I'm not gonna add the Idris, otherwise I'm gonna have some serious trouble. Yeah, last time we've seen the Idris in the Moro tour, they were already removed. Hopefully, anyway, so because it's looking really awful. It's like taking all the place. Right now you get some stairs on the sides, and I guess it was something like that. But yeah, like, it's ridiculous because you can't even put some bigger ships in the hangar than you would have been able to do. So I don't know which ships I'm gonna be able to add without having any trouble. I got a custom redeemer which is looking pretty neat. I got some personal work too, so I'm not gonna share this yet. So yeah, I had this one. Yeah, the Vandul ships are also pretty old. I don't know if you've seen the machinima maker Italian which published a video lately. It's machinima in Star Citizen Universe. Machinima, I don't know how you say. And you see a couple of Vandal ships at the end, but it's really old assets. It's the same as this Adris and the Bengal I showed a bit earlier. It's actually 2 years old. It's pretty old. And the Vandal ships at the time were really low polygon, low quality. What the hell just happened? Okay, so I just implemented Terra Prime on top of the Idris. What the hell? Typical bad idea. Oh my god. It's Idris, hopefully. Nice. I haven't checked this in quite some time. This is really old asset. I have no idea. At the time they put this together, actually they weren't intending to do procedural planet anyway, so I guess it's gonna be massively changed once we get the chance to see Terra Prime in the game. And this part is actually the landing area. I haven't found. I actually don't care much about where it's going in the actual Terra Prime, but it's a landing area. I feel like everything is turned. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, the Vandal ships from the League's build are really awful. It's looking so bad. I got a couple. I got them all actually. I don't know why I haven't deleted this old build yet. Let's see. I think I can find a couple. I might have some old files of a couple of old ships. Let's see. So yeah, I tried the tower. It's Prime Tower. Yeah, I don't know as they plan to do Terra Prime in the actual game because it's way too big. So this is the Terra Tower. Just apply a couple textures. It's quite old asset. If you check that the YouTuber named wait a minute, the name is oh damn, can't remember. He actually put all this asset together on his own back in the day. I did it on my own too. And actually, both parts you see there, those are actually the elevator between the different area. It's pretty cool. It's some weird elevator all around the tower. It's running all full. Okay.